Noelle Quinn has reached some high places, 2 WNBA championships, one as a player and one as a coach. A few of her players now sat down with Seattle Storm co-owner Ginny Gilder to talk Title IX. Gilder protested with her rowing teammates at Yale in 1976 to fight inequalities between their resources and the men's. She led a thought-provoking conversation.
Where I got started in sports?
Yeah.
I think for me, we were just talking about this before, I was a tomboy, like, out of the womb. I was very active, very into sports. I think it started off with riding bikes in the neighborhood and climbing trees and doing all those things. And then as quickly as possible, my mom got me into all the sports. So I basically tried everything when I was little. It came very naturally. And that's kind of like the quick story of it. I always had the opportunity. I'm sure we'll get into that with the Title IX part of it. But I was very lucky. I always had the opportunity. It was always available to me, whether it was actual teams, camps my mom got to put me in, that kind of a thing. And it was love at first sight.
Very similar to Sue, you know, tomboy, out on the playground with the boys, you know, playing everything, football, basketball, you know, Foursquare, whatever we were doing back then. Tetherball. Yeah, but similar, just started, you know, through elementary school and then started with organized team stuff around 3rd grade. Started with basketball, and my parents also got me involved in everything from softball, soccer, basketball, did a little bit of volleyball, you know, and ran track through high school. So yeah, and like Sue said, always had the opportunity to, you know, pursue anything that I wanted to, which was nice. So
that's awesome. Well, I wasn't a tomboy. I was always the super girly one, so that's not similar for me. But I always played with boys too. Like, I always played sports, but I started late. I started in the 7th grade. So, and I only started because I was tall. So, like, everywhere I went, I was 5'11" when I was 11. So, awkward. But, you know, but I just feel like I just started because everybody's like, you're so tall, you should play sports, you should do this. And I was just, at that time, I was just like, I don't want people sweating on me. I don't want that. Like, I was super girly. But then when I started, I was in 7th grade. My dad kind of had me like you guys. Like, I played every sport. I played softball. I ran track. I played volleyball. I was super athletic. And I never had an issue joining a team either. I mean, obviously I started late, but I always was able to play and have equal opportunities when I did.
Okay, so we're 50 years in. Okay, I was alive when Title IX was passed. I know you guys weren't. But what do you see, if you could, like, project forward, not just for the W, but, you know, for the culture as a whole, how would you envision the next 50 years going that would make you feel like we'd really made progress from where we are today?
That we don't have to have these conversations.
Right.
I mean, the thing about Title IX, obviously it's wonderful to celebrate it, and obviously people like yourself, you know, for those that don't really know a life without it, there's a gratitude that you have to keep going and pass on these stories. But at the same time, what makes me sad is that we have to constantly remind people about Title IX, that it still has to exist at all. Like, we still need the actual federal law to hold people accountable. And I'm always blown away by, like, the fact that it can be as simple for women, and for women in sport, it can be as simple as one person in a room who, like, didn't hold up their end of the bargain. But the fact that the NCAA in 2020 had to be held accountable in these ways, like, that to me is always mind-blowing, that it's, like, that flimsy. Yet at the same time, I guess it's also encouraging that it can change, right? Because all it took was one TikTok video. Yeah, so I guess my point is, like, what I would love for the next 50 years, or if we sat down in 50 years to have this conversation, is that we don't even really have to talk about it.
It's human beings who have to start making choices of, I want to watch this, I want to buy tickets, and it's the humans who have to start recognizing, wow, I have a daughter. If I want the world to be different for her, I really need to start
those people have
changing.
moms.
right.
Have aunts.
There's a woman in your life
That
somewhere.
I know. Honestly, when
So from my perspective, that's what we need, is my dream for 50 years from now, and I probably won't be around, maybe, is that the culture has shifted and we just accept that humans are humans, no matter really what you look like, what your gender is, what your race is. If you have a dream, that we're going to do everything we can to support your dream, whether it's you know, in sports or something else.
The one thing I'm proud about our league is that we don't miss those moments anymore. And we all have each other's back, which is really nice.
Yeah.
You never feel like it's just you doing it. You know, you have all these people behind you supporting it. But like, we do use the platform well, I think, to call these things out. And of course, at the start, it's always people like trying to hush us, but now you like actually can't because of social media.
Yeah, no, it's a
Yeah, I can't imagine being muzzled like that.
Well, I mean, I still walk into boardrooms and notice the discrepancy between how men deal with the space of being in a meeting and how I deal with the space of being in a meeting. It's, I mean, we still have a long way to go.